Would you be able to see the chat without?
Chats are going to be right there.
I have to log in. Do I have to log in for that?
No, I can put the chat right here.
And we are live.
All right. Yeah. So we're trying to get live here for Allow Me to Be Frank. I had a very busy day, a bunch of walks yesterday. Going to get ready to fly home later today, and it's Allow Me to Be Frank. I'm down in New Orleans. I got all the beads.
And Frank, walk 500 Saturday.
Walk 500 Saturday, rain or shine, Strawberry Fields. We're going to try to start at noon, so try to be there at high noon. If you want to join me on the Walk 500, and we're ready to go. We got Mikey over here, who all of a sudden I didn't even notice. He's a big fan of Wizard of Oz.
Happy days.
He's been singing the Wizard. He's been singing a song from the Wizard of Oz like nonstop for the last 30 minutes.
So have you guys made up? Because Mikey, just so you know, I think the world saw your guys' Twitter exchange in terms of you keeping Frank waiting for 50 minutes to get a Starbucks. I received a phone call while you were in said Starbucks. And yeah, you were getting motherfucked pretty good, but 40 or 50 minutes for a Starbucks?
I gotta say this. I actually butt dialed you the first time.
Oh, okay. So it was accidental. Then I called you back.
Well, the thing is Pat was also texting me. He's like, hey, man, he's going pretty nuts in here. And I was like, dude, the guy said 5 minutes. It was the worst Starbucks. This service down here in New Orleans, Frank. We
did a hot dog review yesterday, and I lowered their grade because how slow they are.
It was like an hour to get 3 hot dogs.
Although, wait, just to slow down. While you were in Starbucks, Mikey, Frank, you had such a bad meltdown in the car that security Pat was privately texting Mikey to please hurry up.
He said, hold on, let me go to Pat's text.
Poor Pat. Shout out Pat, one of the nicest guys.
He goes, how's it going? How's it going in there? He's losing it. Just a heads up.
Well, we did the walk. We finished the walk. I don't know if we want to say who it was, but we'll tease it out later.
Yeah.
And Mikey says, okay, I want to get a Starbucks. So he orders it on his app.
Yeah, mind you, I ordered this like 8 minutes before we got there.
So we pull up. Pat goes to get something from a food truck.
Which probably had coffee.
What?
Probably had
coffee, though. I get my drink.
Yeah, so, no, you don't get coffee. That's fair, Mikey. You get something.
So Pat took like 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most. And we're still waiting for Mikey to come back from Starbucks. And then it's like, okay, what's going on here? So I just start texting, what's going on? And then 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes go by. No fucking coffee. It had to be at least 30, 40 minutes.
Realistically, it was, I'll tell you right now. It was 26 minutes.
So what was the conversation when Mikey got back in the car?
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, the service here is just disgusting. And then we went into other things that we can't really talk about on the pod. So
Fair enough.
Starbucks.
So how do you like New Orleans? How do you guys like New Orleans? You did like 6 walks yesterday. We're not going to give away too much on the guests outside of the
well, there's no Richardsons around here. The architecture is actually impressive.
Yeah.
Very crowded, though. Very crowded. Had a hotel with no Wi-Fi. Then they shut down the pool. The bed was like you had to get like a stepladder to go in the bed because the mattress is so high. And it was also a rock hard mattress. The bathtub was small.
Frank, you're just talking about the hotel. He asked you how New Orleans is.
Yeah, no, he gave me this list of grievances last night. Frank told me that you need a ladder to get both. Yes. What'd you say, on the bed as well as something else? Yeah.
Frank, did anybody ever tell you exaggerate just a tad?
But yeah, we speak Fleming. I know. I understand. I know it translates.
Yesterday we did a hot dog review, and mind you, it's hot dogs that are grilled that are just on the grill. That took 30 minutes for them to get the hot dogs out.
It took an hour.
Yeah, Frank, I think one thing that I have not helped you with is your patience, because I'm very impatient myself.
No.
So the idea of waiting 30 or 40 minutes for coffee, I'd rather lay in traffic personally.
Yeah, but here's the thing is
I'd go make my own coffee before
my weight did not affect a walk.
No. It's just the waiting.
Wait, no. Hold on. Somebody else's event kind of affected us to be a little late for a walk.
Oh,
Well,
that's bad.
We told him we were going to be 10 minutes late, and we were exactly on time.
That's being late. You're saying you're late doesn't make you on time when you show up at the.
Hey, but did I freak out?
But the problem was we got in the hot dog place before noon, and we didn't get our hot dogs till 12:40.
Doesn't matter. You should have left early.
And without the review.
Yeah, the guest first.
So then all my reviews are gone, and I have one video a week. And it comes out, you see all the
you be dramatic. You got what you wanted. You got your episode. You know you should.
We made it all work. All I'm saying is my wait did not cost us any or jeopardize us any walk. I did it right after.
Yeah, but we got
That's
there.
called whataboutism, Mikey. These are two separate issues. Frank was wrong in his case. I think you were wrong in your case.
How was I wrong? I went for Starbucks in the morning.
I just think waiting that long for coffee is a
it was 26 minutes, realistically.
But that's not what you ordered on the app, so that means it's more than 30 minutes.
It doesn't matter though.
I think Frank's defending you there. He's getting more mad at the Starbucks app.
Well, I'm blaming Starbucks as well, but we already know being in New Orleans how long
the service here is just awful.
The service is ass. And they look at you like when you're like, hey, because I went up for the hot dog. I was like, hey, what's the ETA, man? Like, this is taking a while. She looked at me and she's like, 10, 15 minutes? And dude, she's just standing there. She wasn't doing anything. All she had to do was just grab the hot dog was already cooked. She just had to grab the hot dog and put it in the bun. And then, we're waiting on the bun. Same thing with Starbucks. We went to Starbucks and I'm sitting there for 10, 15 minutes. I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I've been here for forever. And he was like, this is Super Bowl week. And I was like, I've been to Super Bowl week in many other states, and I've never had my coffee this slow.
It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
It's the South, dude. Everybody marches by the beat of their own drum. On good news, though, Virginia McCaskey is dead. She's 102 years old. Her death is long awaited. I really thought she was going to outlive us. I'll just say,
I disavow. I just want to go on the record.
He's been singing "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead" all day.
Ding Dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. You don't know the struggle.
Rest in peace.
Rest in paradise, Virginia. I go to church every Sunday. Watch the Bears. They're a fucking ass.
Well,
Frank, we never went to New Orleans together, right?
No.
I think the one time I went in college. And we brought LSD for everybody, but we did the math wrong. So we had an extra hit. And I took the 2. And it was one of the greatest days of my life. I danced for like 14 hours. Do they still just play music in the streets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was dancing all day.
Jinx, I love you to death.
Yeah.
Are you a crackhead?
No.
You are lifting, smoking blunts in the middle of the street. You're doing pull-ups. You're dancing in the middle of the streets in New Orleans. These are all crackhead objectives.
First of all, I was concussed. Second of all,
what?
I knew I wasn't going to see Frank for a few days, and I need to keep producing content. So I thought, look at this opportunity to create a unique video, which people seem to get quite a kick out of. And that was a very, very hard move.
I mean, the lighter, that was the hardest.
It's because I was dangling in the wind. It looked like I'd never used a lighter before. It was fucking tough.
Yeah, when you dangle in the wind, usually lighters are pretty hard to use. I was watching you. You're hanging like an orangutan, going like this, trying to light the thing. And I'm like, dude, this guy.
How about that rapper yesterday?
Oh, he sent me the video too. I could play it on here really quick. He sent it to me, but he muted it on accident, so he didn't get the.
Well, why don't you guys tell the story? It's like an inside joke that nobody knows.
Well, we're walking down the street, and this rapper just starts like freestyling all the people walking by.
It was like Barstool, Frank the Tank, Mikey from Chicago. Like it was crazy. Like how he like just knew who we were and everything.
Someone recognized you, Mikey?
I got recognized a few times here. Yeah.
We went to Fogo de Chao yesterday. At least they were fast.
It's muted. I might add something on the background. But that's the guy. He's just he was like saying a bunch of beats about us. We didn't even know who he was. He's actually a pretty big rapper. He's got like 30,000 followers on Instagram.
Nice.
He's just rapping on the street.
And he was killing it. So good time.
So
let's see what the comments are saying.
Frank, why don't you give a little tease preview of what your walk with El Presidente Dave Portnoy was like yesterday?
Oh, it was it was 1 year later. Another Super Bowl walk. We talked about what's going on, some things that might be coming up at Barstool.
Yep. Also, they've said that we are going to make it a tradition, Super Bowl
Yes.
tradition.
So see you next year in Santa Clara.
I have a question, Frank. Did you notice at the end of the episode, you did your classic, you kind of looked away because you don't know how to take a compliment, but Dave Portnoy looked at you and said, "I am proud of you, Frank." Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed.
That's too big of a W. for him
When
to-
you grew up, on how I grew up, you just it's.
I thought that was a great moment for you, man. Did that feel good?
How to take compliments, Frank.
Did that feel good, Frank?
Yes, it did, and it
Good.
was a very busy day. We ended up we had 6 walks originally scheduled. One had to cancel. Not our fault.
Not our fault.
Not our fault.
Yeah,
Why don't you just say who it is and say that he owes us a walk?
Edelman owes us a walk. He blew us off for Gruden. I was at the casino last night till like 2 a.m. with Hank, Che.
Well, you also went to go see the Chiefs, so
Who?
I think he was going to see.
He
the
went to Chiefs practice, but yeah, he ditched us for the Chiefs and Gruden, which makes sense.
Yeah,
But yeah, Connor. I went to the casino last night with Connor Griffin, Che, and Hank, and they were like, "Yeah, can't believe Edelman blew you off. Can you believe it?" So we got to get that walk back with him.
yes.
Which we will. He's very close
Yes.
with Barstool. He's a good guy. So
I can't believe you went to the casino till 2 a.m. That's why I'm shaking my head.
Dude.
Not out of
Dude.
anger, just I don't understand how your body functions.
look at me. I am in New Orleans is if your favorite dive bar was a city. That's what this place is.
Dude,
So
imagine experiencing it on 2 hits of LSD.
I wanted to share that as well. We did mushrooms last time. Me
Hey.
and my cousin came in for our bachelor party.
Hey, Jenks, you ever seen the movie Easy Rider?
I lived it, baby. No, I haven't seen it.
Jenks, highly recommend it.
Yeah?
Oh, let's bring this comment to attention.
Highly recommend it.
One guy just asked. My wife asked me what day the Super Bowl is. How should I handle this? Divorce. Easiest answer. It's on Super Bowl Sunday. What do you mean? Don't divorce your wife though. But yeah, that's a crazy thing to ask. Is what day is the Super Bowl on?
Frank, quick synopsis of Easy Rider.
Group of guys riding motorcycles go across the country to go to New Orleans and to do drugs in a cemetery in New Orleans.
I did love that, unless weird.
It's a movie that took a struggling actor and made him a star because he was like one of the big writers of it, named Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I've
It's like
heard
the
of it.
movie that made Jack Nicholson a star.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
It's like very young Jack Nicholson, and they're riding motorcycles across the South, and they're going to New Orleans.
Late 70s, early 80s.
1969.
Wow. Bill Russell's last year.
I
Yeah.
wonder if Virginia McCaskey's funeral is public.
Mickey, this is bad karma, brother. It's the last thing that team needs.
I thought she was gonna.
You don't literally dance on graves. You leave that kind of shit for Frank. You don't be doing that.
I'm not dancing on her grave. I just want to make sure. Like, I just want to. Is she dead?
That's even more. Good God.
This means the Bears are going to have to sell the team now. So this is great because the Bears can't afford.
Doesn't her son just inherit it?
Well,
They can't afford the inheritance tax.
good news.
Oh, wow.
Good news, Mikey. Donald Trump's back in the White House, so inheritance taxes are going to be canceled.
Let's. Oh no!
Honestly, that is just unbelievable. Trump
wanna take my
makes
vote back.
Mikey stay with the McCaskies. That is an all-time headline.
If I kind of want to get rid of the inheritance tax because I don't agree with it, but also at the same time,
Mikey's going to vote for Chuck Schumer at the next election.
I was telling Jenks yesterday, Chuck Schumer is my favorite politician of all time now.
Mikey's politics are insane, but highly entertaining if you're not sensitive.
When Schumer picked up the Corona, which nobody drinks Corona, it's always Modelo. Like, that's when I was really like, and then when he said he picked up an avocado and he said, your guacamole is not going to be. He became my favorite politician of all time. They're just trotting Schumer out there. Every time Trump does something, Schumer just, God damn it, I gotta go say something about.
And then
this.
you have Lizzie Warren, which is just. I want my money.
Hey.
I want my money. Your money's my money.
Frank?
That's my money. Your money, money.
Frank, those are the chants. Okay, those are her indigenous chants. You cannot make fun of those. Okay,
Frank, how'd you get those beads?
don't ask.
They were floating around. They had them at the up in the.
You've been going tarpless?
No, but
I know you're in shape. You flashing them titties?
no, I haven't been flashing anything. I just seen the floating around, just adding to the flavor of New Orleans.
You gotta toss them around and see what the ladies will do.
Speaking of flavor, what's the best thing you guys have eaten? I hope you guys have had some jambalaya, some gumbo.
Well,
Yeah, I had it
I
all.
made gumbo on Tank Cooks.
I know we've talked about that about 3,000 times.
Google Doodle today is gumbo in honor. They saw my gumbo episode and they decided to make it the Google Doodle.
Yeah, that's exactly what they
Can you say that 5 times fast?
Google Google.
I made gumbo and today this Google Doodle is gumbo and they made it the Google Doodle because of my gumbo.
Okay, that was once.
You think the Google guy is? Oh, did you guys see? You guys see Frank just made gumbo? We gotta make a gumbo day.
I mean, last night I got a message from a very serious, successful business person that runs one of the biggest ham operations in the Northeast saying, I'd love to work with Frank. And it's so funny. The eclectic sponsorship opportunities that exist. You could hear from a ham guy one day, a sneaker guy the next day. Just never know.
Yeah,
You never know. You never know.
It's crazy.
As Mikey celebrates misfortune for the McCaskey family.
It's a great day to be alive.
Well, you must be hungover, and then you're flipping.
Have I been hungover at all?
You personally are editing and flipping the Dave episode for tomorrow, which he will watch, and he pays your paycheck.
Yeah.
So, is this just like a Jordan flu game situation where like nothing's going to stop you?
What? What do you mean?
When I'm hungover, I'm a bit debilitated.
I guess I don't get hungover.
Okay.
I was jealous. I wasn't hungover this morning. I didn't drink yet the day before. So
you weren't really drinking. I'm sorry. I assumed if you were out till 2 in the casino, you got fucked up.
No, we were literally just on the craps table. Like we didn't even have.
He's hanging out with Che and
Che was drinking Arnold Palmer.
Che loves playing craps. I remember that from last week.
Dude, we couldn't get him off the table. He was the last to leave.
He loves that.
Hank and Connor left, and I was like, all right, I'll just stick around with Che. I don't want him to walk back by himself. We left like an hour later.
You forgot we had the same birthday. Oh, speaking of which,
I forgot Jank's birthday. It was a rough week. I don't want to.
Yeah, let's not go down the whole dark path.
But I'm not begging for sympathy here. February 1st through the 4th are very rough days in the Belize household or Bet's household.
So he gets a full pass.
So I forgot, and
he gets a full pass.
Yeah.
He gets a full pass.
Rough.
But I was having a lot of fun with it all day. I was cracking up.
Yeah. I texted you in the morning. I felt so bad. I was like, look, this is not for sympathy. Like, happy belated.
You sent me an insane message in the morning like you'd fucked my wife, and I wasn't even upset with you at all. I was cracking up. Frank walked in. I thought he had forgotten my birthday, but he came in sure as could be singing American Pie, which is based on the day the music died, which was what day, Frank?
February 3rd, 1959.
I think Frank said something to the effect of 66 years ago the music died, and 36 years ago you were born, Jenks.
Yep. Well, the Mets retained Pete Alonso. Boy, Scott Boras. What a masterclass.
So, what was the final numbers on that, Frankie?
He has a $10 million signing bonus. He has a 2-year, $54 million contract with an opt-out. So he can opt out if he has a really good year and go through the whole process again next year.
That's perfect for the
Mets. Meanwhile, could possibly go after Vladimir Guerrero. Doesn't tie them down for more than 2 years.
Competency. The Mets and the Knicks, man. Leon Rose and Stearns. It's like new galaxies.
Everything I hear is that basically Scott Boras had him ready to go to Toronto, and Pete Alonso basically said, "I don't really want to play in Toronto."
Good for
Pete. Toronto was the only team that would offer him a contract, and so it basically came down to the Mets or nothing, or New York or nowhere.
When you're that rich, like he's so rich already, Pete Alonso, and you're going to keep being rich. It's like if you like where you live, I respect the fact that you're not just going to the highest
so
dollar.
basically,
Go live in Canada.
Pete Alonso basically chose to be a Met. He wants to be a Met.
So where is he in your good graces right now? Considering
he's in the good graces. He's in the good graces. It's just kind of funny how it worked out. That
Scott Boras is up.
Scott Boras is a terrible. And the Mets are, meanwhile, Jose Iglesias is also a Scott Boras client. He turned down a 1-year contract. He's going to be 36 this year. Nobody's giving him a multi-year deal.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy on the 36-year-olds, okay? Don't be a dick.
Oh yeah.
But go on. Talking about them like they're fucking fossils.
But Scott Boras, if I would never hire him as my agent. I mean, he gets the superstars their money, but anyone could get him that money. He is a bad agent who hurts his clients more than he helps his clients. Alex Bregman's still a free agent out there.
Where do you think he's going? Somebody just asked that. Noah Madden asked.
He might end up in Toronto. Who knows? I think Houston closed the door on him.
So, Frank, it's a little early, but I got to ask. This is the most optimistic I've ever known you with the Mets, and rightfully so. But what's your kind of over-under territory for wins this year?
90.
Wow.
I like it. Optimistic.
It's really good.
It's a crazy. I think 2007.
What was it last year?
I don't.
Oh, yeah. Carlos Mendoza was going to lose every single game.
When he started 0-5, remember?
Oh, yeah, you were right. Sorry. Mendoza was terrible. / maybe the manager of 5
games. Yeah.
And they were 11 games under 500 at the beginning of June.
Yeah, we had Clemmer on. You guys were screaming about stolen bases.
Things got very stressful. I remember when we were around that 6th game. I was about ready to lay on the FDR.
Yeah, when he put that, remember, for some reason, Ofer Narvaez started like after the first 6 games, and base runners were 14 for 14 in like the first week of the season, stealing against Ofer Narvaez. Ofer Narvaez actually ended up playing on the Mets, and you know what's funny? When they released him, that's when the season turned around.
Frank, do you feel anything in your soul when you shake someone like Brett Beatty's hand and they smile and they're nice to you, but you deep down know that you've essentially committed hate speech against the man on Twitter? And I think he knew, because when he looked at you, our friend Wyatt did an A+ job of getting just that moment where his eyes, it was like when you see a train come in.
How about Jose Buto?
No. Don't try to escape it. Yeah, sorry, or Buto, both of them, who you call Butto. Do you feel what's going inside internally?
He's a nice guy.
You're insane.
You're hoping they're not going to punch you in the face, I feel like.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Real quick, I do want to read this comment. I think we could help him out. This is from Matthew Fritz. Tank, I love your channel. I was wondering if I can share a link for my brother's GoFundMe. He just got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So maybe send us a DM and we'll make sure we tweet out a link for the GoFundMe.
Want to make sure we vet it, but sorry to hear that, and we always want to support good causes.
Yeah, keep fighting.
Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. How about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Super Bowl. Yeah, that's happening this weekend, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think so. I think the Swifties are going to have to learn a little bit of what I call Saquon.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I think there has not been a Super Bowl that I've been at. This is like the third, fourth time I've been to a Super Bowl week. There's no juice.
Yeah, it's bad for the brand.
There's no juice. And you know what? You know who deserves this? Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell deserves this.
How about the Chiefs paying Pat Riley for the word 3-peat?
You say there's no juice, Frank, but is there any indication that they're not going to have like a record-breaking viewership on Sunday? I mean, the Chiefs are going for a 3-peat. Philly's a big market.
Well, I'll tell you what. One thing that's happening: ticket prices.
Yeah, their ticket prices for the Super Bowl are dropping like crazy. They're the lowest drop.
Yeah, the resale market is like the lowest it's been like 15 years.
Yeah.
I could see that. That kind of makes sense to me, considering it's in New Orleans, and I was seeing what some of the original prices were, and it was like there's
But
like
when
the
it's
suites on the ground. I think you have to buy 25 at once, and it's like $150,000. Like you
When
buy
it
like
was in New Orleans for the 49 the Harbaugh Bowl, that everyone said it was bumping. Like the tickets were crazy.
Yeah, well, that's because you had a compelling story. You had Ray Lewis's last game. You had the Baltimore Ravens, who it's only their second time to the Super Bowl. You got the 49ers trying to come back after their dynasty, their first time that they've been to a Super Bowl since in almost 20 years at that point.
Well, Frank, I'm interested in how you personally feel, because you're an honest sports historian that like really respects the history of all sports, especially the major American sports. To me, I think three-peats and Pat Riley, the genius for getting the trademark, are underrated, incredibly special, incredibly rare. I mean, statistically, it speaks to it. The last one was the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. Isn't there part of you? I guess you're going to say the officiating taints it, but you don't win 3 Super Bowls because of the refs. I mean, come on.
I just think that they've put so much question and so much tarnish on what they've done, and
Can you name the top 5 ref egregious plays in favor of the Chiefs that led to them winning Super Bowls? Well, I think there was the one hold in the Super Bowl, I remember.
Yep, there was a hold last year.
Right? So that's one.
And this, but it's this year. It's this year. And that
downplay, but beyond that,
it just seems that ever since Taylor Swift's been in the picture.
See, there we go. Now we're getting to root causes. I think her coming into your domain is what soured you more than anything else, and you've diverted some energy to the refs.
Oh no, it is the refs. The refs, they fucked the Bills. I hate the Bills. To make me feel sorry for Bills fans,
yeah,
is like
this guy.
Is like to make me actually want the Bills. I think the Bills should have won that game. Just, and I hate the Bill. I hate.
Well, how about you, Mikey? What do you think in terms of the three-peat? Like, to me, that's real history.
Yeah, like you could look at it from one perspective, or like 10 years from now, if they do a three-peat, everyone's going to be talking about it forever. And people will come around to liking Patrick Mahomes in a few years. Well, Tom Brady.
I think Patrick Mahomes doesn't have the hatred as much as the team itself.
It's the Taylor Swift thing.
It really is Taylor Swift. She sucks the life out of it. She is just like.
So
too much.
I think that it's also that you have the anger where it lies is that you have a bunch of Chiefs fans that came out of nowhere because of Taylor Swift. That's also very frustrating to the loyal, real fans that have been here forever, and that's also a huge factor as well.
I never get that. If you're a real fan,
I actually saw someone walking down the street. Go Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my storyline going into the Super Bowl, and this is why I'm super interested, and this is how I think people should watch the game that are on the fence. You've got a guy in Saquon Barkley who, as a running back in the NFL, after suffering, a couple of serious injuries and having a team essentially just give up on him, got a second life with the Philadelphia Eagles, had an all-time season, has absolutely dominated in the playoffs, and now has an opportunity to go in and end a 2-year run and, essentially put a dent in the dynasty. I'm not going to say end it because the Chiefs will be back, but go in there and kick their fucking asses and win a Super Bowl off of a team just letting them go. To me, that's an epic story. And to top it off, we're lucky enough to actually know him behind the scenes because Saquon did a Frank Walks, and he is one of the nicest, most humble, hardworking, real people you're ever going to meet. So if you're not sure who to root for in the Super Bowl or like what to invest in Saquon fucking Barkley, because his story this year is awesome and nobody deserves it more than he does.
And if they do win, he'll probably win the Super Bowl MVP, first ballot Hall of Famer automatically. Now, what I'm scared of, and Frank, I'm pretty sure you're probably scared of this too, is coaches. Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni.
That's not a good coach matchup. But
That's not-
here's what has to happen in the Super Bowl. If the Chiefs win and there's like no questionable calls, people will like glower over it. But if we have a repeat of the AFC Championship game,
That'd be a
we
disaster.
could be in trouble.
Yeah.
That'd be a disaster.
And who's the referee?
Oh,
Ron
boy.
Tolbert.
Ron Tolbert.
The star of the show. He comes in a limo. The limo takes him out to midfield. I heard he's also singing the national anthem and doing the halftime show, Frank, and the post-game report. And he's going to deliver the MVP and the trophy. It's all about him.
There's a picture of him one time where he gave his jersey to he gave his referee uniform to Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes gave him the Chiefs jersey. They actually did a jersey exchange once.
I'm going to give a really random, but this is probably kind of obvious, but this is my way of looking at the game. The Eagles cannot let themselves fall behind by 2 scores. Once they're chasing and they start trying to throw the ball more than they run the ball, they're fucked. I don't even want to see them go down by 10.
Oh, yeah, they can't fall behind.
By 9. They got to keep it within 7 and then be close the whole way and just run. Pick your spots to go downfield.
They can't fall behind. That's for damn sure. Well, why not make our picks now?
All right, let's do it. What is the line? Do you guys know the line?
I think it's Chiefs -1.
Jeez.
I'm taking Saquon money line. I think Saquon is going to have an all-time game. And I know Andy Reid's a great coach. He'll have a great game plan.
I mean, -1 might as well be pick 'em.
He's in that mode. Swifties, learn Saquon.
I want the Eagles to win. I did not like the comment that Patrick Mahomes said about Barstool, so for that reason, I will be taking the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, Frank, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Patience. We'll see what that means.
What the fuck? We just went on a rant on how you don't know
All right.
patience.
Okay, Socrates.
Ah, yes, the soul. My body may leave, but my soul will be here forever. Looking ass. We do got to cut it though because we have to go to the next event soon. So
yeah, but we're doing. I have to do my pick.
So do your pick, and then we'll ask some questions.
Yes. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I just think it's fait accompli. Travis Kelce will score the game-winning touchdown, retire, and propose to Taylor Swift. And just like it will be like all the women of America will just explode with happiness, and they'll come out with a movie in 5 years. And
so Frank, when that kills you,
it'll win a bunch of Oscars.
Do you want me or Mikey or both of us to speak at your funeral after the game? Just let us know.
He's not taking us with him. We are going to that. Okay. We are going to the afterlife with Frank.
You're far away. He will show up at my apartment with a machete and just take me out.
All right, Jenks, it's time to go. All right, give me a second for the Ask the Tank.
I've got an Ask the Tank.
All right, go ahead.
Tank, what do you think was the biggest key in you coming in at your lowest weigh-in, even though you only had 28 days in that month because you did it on January 28th?
The holidays being over. And cutting that back on the handicap hot fries. Those are probably the 2 biggest keys.
Do you think you cut it like 50% per night? Because you went from like 2 bags to 1, basically, right?
Yeah, basically.
Or sorry, that's 100% math.
Basically, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Ask the Tank. Drop your questions here while we ask some questions. Frank, who is the best player in college basketball? It's from Joey Shea.
Utah Jazz.
I know who it's not.
I gotta go Cooper Flag. I mean, yeah, everyone's gonna want this guy. This guy, he'll be one and done, and he'll be like, people will be salivating for him. And
Frank, I'm a man of all religions. Do you know what religion he is?
Well, he's from the Northeast, so probably not Mormon.
Okay. Just checking.
Is he Jehovah?
I don't think so. I mean, he's from Maine.
What's the main religion in Maine?
I think it's Presbyterian
Ugh, I hate fish.
or Lutheran, whatever the hell it is. Protestant.
Luther Vandross is a really
Whatever
good
the
singer.
fuck.
Frank, is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? Does he get in tonight?
Yes and no. Yes.
Well, he will get in.
Frank,
Then.
that's how you nail a yes/no question. You just throw them both.
He'll get in the Hall of Fame in about 7 years. But you'll have
sorry.
no, New York. And it'll just have. But if you played in LA, yes. LA, everything LA. Do you got reporters who see New York on there and hate New York so much they don't want to put anyone in New York in any Hall of Fame ever?
Frank, back on planet Earth, you actually don't think he'll get first ballot?
Nope. I think he'll squeeze in maybe in a couple of years.
Where do his numbers fall career-wise outside of the 2 epic Super Bowls compared to other quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame?
Probably on the bottom end, middle range. He's not an all-time great.
I'll put it another way. If he hadn't won a Super Bowl, would he make the Hall of Fame? If he had
didn't
lost both of those games.
Maybe not.
So there you go. So maybe he's not a first ballot then. And it's not worth breaking your glasses.
No, but I hear they want to. I hear they want to just put. I hear they want to put just. They're looking up all the people on the Rams that they could possibly put in the Super Bowl, and have LA Day.
Yes, I heard that too. It's the voice.
Meanwhile, the Lakers just keep getting better and better as teams just like feeding. Adam Silver wants LA to be a super team.
Oh yeah, Frank. You should have brought the tomato cans because anytime you rant. Well, actually,
I can't carry those things. There's weight limits on fucking plates, you know.
You bring the biggest fucking bag of luggage.
Yeah, you could put that in your trunk. It's not a bag, Mikey. It's a trunk. Frank travels with a trunk for a one-day trip.
Yeah, but those things wouldn't fit in there.
Yes, they would. Your trunk is fucking humongous. You look like you're about to board. Frank has a bag that looks like he's boarding the Titanic for a fucking 2-month voyage.
Yes. Last question, then we got to go. When are you coming to Minnesota?
I want to get there this year. I get to a Twins game. It's one of the 7 states I haven't been to. I haven't been to the Dakotas either.
We're heading to Arkansas in about 2 weeks, FYI.
Yes.
Shout out Coach Hodgkinson, the man.
What was that? Oh yeah, Coach Hodge. Yes.
Legend.
He is a big name on the rise.
Everyone is going to know this man across the country within a couple of years.
Hopefully someone helps Seton Hall eventually. God, Seton Hall.
Get Shaw help. Get Shaw money.
All right, I don't mean to be a dick, boys, but we got to wrap this up. We
have
an event to get to. So
we're gonna be on the run. See you next week. Normal time. We'll be back and doing it normally. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.
God bless. Hey, guys, try not to fight, okay? If you have any problems, just call me on
I wasn't mad at him.
Yeah,
I was mad at him. I was mad at fucking Starbucks.
Yeah, we weren't mad at each other.
I know. The funniest thing, though, is everyone on Twitter is, like, commenting on how you guys are treating each other horribly. I'm just like, they don't understand. We're all brothers. It's just like brothers in bunk beds fighting each other. Like,
we lasted this long. You think we're a little fucking...
I mean,
if I was in that car, I would have been more angry than Frank. I can't. If I was waiting 40 minutes for a coffee,
you have the Northeast Coast fucking.
I have no patience. 40 minutes for a coffee. I could go to Columbia, find the beans, and fucking make it myself.
Well, that's what I thought they were fucking doing.
You are the definition of a Northeast.
And Frank's used to me, so like, yeah, that must have been torture, Frank. I'm sorry, Mikey did that to you.
That's the world I live in. Welcome to the Midwest.
I mean, it's coffee. It's just fucking coffee or whatever the fuck that refresher shit is.
No. Mikey doesn't get coffee. He gets like a Dragon Ball Z with extra cream, double puff with a little extra rainbow on top. Weird ass shit.
Yeah, somebody said it's for fairies. Whoever gets Starbucks, they're right. I'm a fucking fairy. See you guys.
Starbucks.
See you guys.
Unless they want to sponsor.